Hi everyone, this is just a quick review, update and overview on my Midea MF100W70. So this is a machine just here. It has, I'm sure you've seen in my videos. I wanted to go over my plans for this machine, my thoughts, pros and cons, etc. So starting with what I like about this machine, the pros, it looks stylish. I have taken the heat shield off, which does make it look even better, but not for videoing, hence why I've took it off. So yeah, it does look stylish. I like the lunar dial that they call it here. That's very nice. It shows you the time and also the options, what you've got, etc. Yeah, like that. It's also a slimline model, as you can see by how much the Miele juts out compared to this one. And that's about it for pros. And unfortunately, after using this machine, it's got more cons, more things I don't like than it has I like. So for the things I don't like, the cons, we'll start with the drum. So this is the drum just here. Now this is rated as a 7 kilogram drum. That is not a 7 kilogram drum. It's absolutely tiny. I mean, that's my hand there, and that just covers that, like that. The Miele here is a 7 kilogram drum, and that's a lot more room that I've got in here. So they're both 7 kilogram, but obviously one of them is lying about the size of the drum. So yeah, so it's the drum size. It's very small. I can't fit a lot in at once, not like I can with that one, or even the W487, which is my normal washer that I have here, which is a 5 kilogram. So for what I would normally do one load, I'm having to split into 2 loads. So that's not very good. And like I say, the drum is just, yeah, pitifully small. It reminds me of a cheap, old cheap sort of 6 kilogram washer. That's what it reminds me of. Moving on, program times, they take absolutely ages. I mean, that's your 60 for a cottons. There's no way to speed that up. There is this 60 there, hour and 30 minutes, which does an okay job, but again, there's no way to speed that up at all. And yeah, it's just, yeah, same for 40 degree. There's no an hour sort of wash. It also doesn't sense anything, so that normally takes hour and 25 minutes with an extra rinse and extra water for a 60 and a 40. And sometimes it'll drop itself down to just 55 minutes. So programs, again, not very good. Hygiene 90 as well. It takes a while. Like, there's no way of speeding it up, and what I really don't like is there's no way to adjust the program. So if I wanted a hygiene 60 instead of a 90 degree, there's no way to do that. It's on the dial, as you see, if that makes sense. So yeah, not keen on the programming, not very well thought out. It can be a bit glitchy. It might not do it, or it might. So when you turn it on, if you don't wait for it to load, so if I go straight to a 40, it's not doing it now. It has a habit of, when you turn it on, just shutting off, and it will just stand that you can't add any options. So you have to turn it off, back on, wait for it to load up, for want of a better word, and then turn it to your program, which is just a bit crap, really. So yeah, it doesn't, yeah, it's glitchy, the programming like that. Doesn't make the most of the time that it's got to wash either. I don't think. There's no sort of varying of the speed of the drum. It's just one speed, which is not terribly slow but not terribly fast either. There's nothing like that. It just washes, if you can call it that. Again, it is a cheap machine, so I do expect the programming not to be there, but not to this extent. Yeah. Water usage is hit and miss. Sometimes it'll add a good amount of water, and then other times it's a complete and utter disappointment. It just depends, really. Depends what it feels like doing. There was something else about the drum I was going to say. Can't remember. So yeah, that's programming, really. There's no sort of, it doesn't vary the speeds of the drum movements. Not like, well, most other washers. I mean, even my Indesit will do fast tumbles, slow tumbles, and it will mix it up so it gets the best wash results. This just does the one speed. It also pauses a lot, so it'll turn them one way and it will wait and then do the other, rather than keeping that fast sort of tumbling momentum going, if I want a better word. So yeah, the wash performance, it's pretty poor, really. Rinse performance, though, is okay. It does do high level rinsing, which is very good. And you can also use extra rinse, which does boost it, so I do like that about it. One thing I really don't like is when powder's used as well, it has a habit of overflowing. So powder goes in this one just here. And that's another thing, the detergent dispenser on this is horribly small. I mean, it's just tiny to try and get the powder scoop or anything in there. It really is not a good design and annoying, not well thought out at all. So to take that out, the problem is this hole down here where the powder goes down. That is ridiculously small. You're having all that water coming at once. It's a small thingy, tray, box, whatever you want to call it. All at once, it can't flush the powder away fast enough. And also, if the powder clumps together, it has a habit of blocking the hole. Again, the water can't escape, so that's a bit of a crap design, not well thought out at all. I've never had that with a machine, the fact that I can't use powder and it overflows out of the dispenser, as you can see from all the watermarks. That's all powder residue. I mean, I've even tried turning the water pressure down and that doesn't do anything. So that's not a very good design at all. Never thought I'd say that about a washer, to say that it overflows if you use powder. It doesn't drip out. I mean, it will flood the garage. It will come out and it will flood the floor. It's not drips, it does come out a lot. It's okay in here because it's just a crappy concrete floor. If you had this in your kitchen on laminate or carpet or anywhere in the actual house, that'd be an absolute mess, a nightmare to clean up. So yeah, that's what I don't like about it. Yes, you got small drawer as well. Also has a habit of taking the fabric softener mid-cycle, which is very irritating, so I don't put the fabric softener in. I either leave it till last, or I will run a separate rinse program and put it on that. I think that's about it so far for what I don't like about it and what I do. The quick wash up here is crap. That one's crap as well. That doesn't do, to my knowledge, I don't think, any spins in between the rinses. It's salvageable when you can use an extra rinse. What I do like about it is you can have pre-wash on a quick wash and an extra rinse, which is quite good actually. I kind of wish the Miele here I could use a water plus and pre-wash on a quick wash. That's a very good feature. Can't use any options on that there. So yeah, that's my bit of a review on that. As for what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to sell it, and I will be putting the Miele back here, and probably doing some wash races between the Mieles. So yeah, it's been an experience. I'm glad I've tried one. Whether the more expensive models would be better, there are options to make the wash faster. There's the turbo option, stuff like that. Maybe they will, maybe they're not, I'm not sure. But for what I can say about this one is, it's a bit hit and miss really. Yeah, so hope you like this video. See you soon, bye.